Hi, my name is Amar. I'm a software engineer, a videographer, and a student. And my dream is to create and publish my very own video game. I think it would be so cool to have my game on a console and be able to play with my friends. All right, and with that, let's get started. Welcome to the first devlog. To kick off this long journey, I first want to start off by going over the initial concept for the game. The name of the game will be called Tempo Trouble, at least for now. It will be an online and local multiplayer game where players will select an instrument to play as and can either join with a keyboard or a controller. Each round will start on a grid, where players can move and shoot music note projectiles to the beat of the music. During the round, players can pick up upgrades and the tempo of the game will also increase. The last player standing will earn a point, and after a player earns a certain number of points, they win the game. I have a lot of other ideas about the theme of the game, power-ups, and other gameplay mix-ups, but for now I wanted to keep the scope pretty light. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. The first prototype project was getting the general flow of the game templated out through blank scenes. The menu scene will be the location where players can select their instrument and pick outfits. The game menu will be selecting which game mode to play and mess around with different settings. The main flow of the game will start here, switching between match and score UI until a player hits the winning number of points. Finally, the last screen will appear, prompting the player to go back to the main menu or play again. The second project was a player select screen where up to 8 players can enter, toggle between 8 different instruments, and lock in their selection. Using Unity's built-in input manager, I was able to get a keyboard and controller hooked up and able to select a character. The third project was a general movement system where all movements and projectiles are locked to a grid. Same as the second project, I was able to get Unity's input manager to control players, and I also limited both projectiles and players from hitting obstacles and moving out of bounds. The fourth project was focused on the beat system, where I would have objects move to different speeds, as well as a timed input for the player. This system was really important to nail down because it would be the basis of the entire game. I wanted the input window to be easy enough for most people to play, yet still keeping the timing satisfying and to the beat of the music. So, with all the prototype projects finished, next would be combining them into one final project. And with a lot of work, here's the final result. The rest of the month was spent fleshing out a game design document. I created an overall timeline and goals for the project. I also set up an email, LLC, bank account, Steamworks account, and YouTube channel. That's all I have for this month. Next month, I plan on putting some of the visuals together to make the game look more cohesive. So with that, I'll see you all next time.